We're back. Usually I don't do an intro for these videos, but I'll keep it short and sweet today. I'm here with my boy Ryan. He's
What's
a
good?
fellow YouTuber who does a lot of MMA related stuff, boxing. Definitely go check it out. Everything's going to be in the description below. Ryan X Royalty. But how you doing, Ryan?
Good, bro. How about you? What you been up to recently, bro?
Chilling. Just staying busy with all this stuff. But today we're going to talk a little bit about what's been going on for the time I've been away from doing the podcast, and then we're just going to also talk about some recent events that have been happening, specifically the UFC events last night and a couple events I've been to in the last couple months, and we'll just riff on some of the news just going on in the fight game. But yeah, first thing I wanted to talk about was UFC 316. Pretty good card. Fell asleep for the main event. Ended up being a good fight. I watched it back, but I wanted to ask you about some of your either favorite or least favorite parts last night, because I assume you watched the entire card for the most part.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I'm pretty sure most fights were finishes besides like two.
Okay.
Most of them. It was pretty good. Favorite fight that'll come to me, but there wasn't really a fight that I hated, to be honest, because the most frustrating thing was you saw the Joe Pyfer fight.
Yeah.
He is extremely good.
Very powerful.
He's very powerful, but he really just relies on the backhand the entire time.
Yeah.
And
he rocked him early.
No, that's what I mean. He fell in love with it. It's just he's so big for the weight class. I have no idea why he doesn't jab. He literally goes like this before he even jabs.
Yeah, I know. I've watched like fighters like this live. They like catch them early, and it's mostly amateurs. I don't really see it with pros at all, but they catch them with that like good overhand, and then they just rely on that, and then they forget about that jab when literally they could probably be just piecing them up, just leading with that jab. But that's a good point, because I watched Kelvin go down. I was like, oh, the fight's over, and my stream kind of like crashed, and I'm not illegally streaming it. My stream crashed, and then I was just like, he's definitely dead, bro. It's like done. Joe Pyfer. But credit to Kelvin Gastelum, bro, because
his recovery is crazy.
His chin is nuts. But I mean, he hung in there with Adesanya for the entire fight, and that wasn't like prime Izzy, but that was like
still a good performance.
Just like it was like, I mean, it's a Hall of Fame fight for a reason.
Yeah, of course.
But I was excited about the Joe Pyfer fight, because that was supposed to happen last event, and then Joe Pyfer got like stomach bug or some shit like that.
It's unfortunate.
Well, one fight that, since you really like that fight, one fight that disappointed me was the Patchy Mix fight.
Oh, yes.
You can talk about this, because you were excited about this guy coming in.
To be honest, I looked into it and I was a little disappointed. It was mainly the like core audience that really hyped him up.
Yeah.
And I looked into it and it just didn't look special, because the thing is with these Bellator guys, especially recently, they've been really disappointing, at least for the most part. Maybe Pitbull would have been better if he came back a little earlier.
He did fight a really like...
It was still a good challenge, but he still looked flat, and so did Patchy. Like, they looked almost nervous.
I think Pitbull looked a little bit better than Patchy.
Oh, Patchy looked awful. Yeah.
Yeah. I like how you cut yourself off there, but yeah, he did. He didn't look good. They were describing it. The commentating team was doing a really good job saying just like cement feet and not moving his head off the center. That was like, he was just kind of like stuck there. What I was surprised about was like, he's saying he was going to submit him in the intro for the fight. All they're doing is talking about how suffocating he is.
Yep, people are gassing him up.
He didn't shoot for a takedown until like the third round.
Yeah.
And then he got stuffed like pretty bad, I think. So I was definitely disappointed about that. Not only because I bet on it, but because like it's cool to have these like Bellator / PFL / Karate Combat like big names come in.
Yep.
But it'd be sick if like, well, maybe it could be a lesson for him, because they could be like, all right, stop feeding these double champs from Bellator to top 10 guys.
You gotta build them up a little bit. Maybe
just run them in to whoever number 15 is, whoever number 14 is. Like a good like fight for like Patchy would. So what is he? 135 or 45? What was Aldo?
I think it's bantamweight.
Bantamweight.
It's at 35.
So who do you think would have been a better opponent for? I'll spit some names because I have my phone here.
It's Halbert, maybe. He was supposed to fight. Supposedly he has a fight signed, but they haven't announced it yet.
That's a good ass, like right off rip. That's a fire.
Because I think unranked even, because I don't know. He
He's
didn't
not
look that good even to me in the beginning. Like, he doesn't strike very well. He is just a jiu-jitsu fighter, and he didn't shoot.
Pieced up so bad.
Mario Batista had a decent performance, but he wasn't moving.
I wouldn't say decent. I said it was good.
It was good, but he really just was 1-2 in him. But I'm kind of a Mario Batista hater.
I mean, he got booed on the way out. I don't think
deserved,
a lot of people like him.
Deserved,
But no, that's fair enough. I mean, I'm on the same boat with you. I think Mario Batista did good, and then I think Patchy Mix was just disappointing.
He was just flat.
I mean, like, just give these Bellator guys to like give them a feeder for their first fight.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Build them up a little bit. Like, I understand, like, you're trying to get them in the mix, but just 1 or 2 feeders that's what's gonna, like. It's like Patty the Batty. He didn't get feeders. Like, he fought like pretty good dudes.
Yeah.
Like Jordan Levitt, the guy he like teabagged after.
Yeah.
Like that dude's legit.
Mm-hmm.
But like he was built up very good, and granted he didn't have the stardom, but he was a Cage Warriors champion. So and Cage Warriors isn't too far off.
Yeah.
UFC,
Yeah.
Anyways, Patchy Mix was disappointing. We don't have to sit here and talk about it for 3 hours. Kayla Harrison, Juliana Pena.
She's dominant. I don't see anybody beating her. She's just a different level of wrestling, different level of strength.
Amanda Nunes wants to come back.
They seem that they confirmed it. They confirmed it's good.
That's just off of,
they faced
media.
off and everything.
Yeah, so I'd love to see that fight.
Yeah, it's a super fight.
I'm a huge Nunes fan.
Yeah.
And Kayla Harrison won me over last night because going from trying to put her in a triangle, or not a triangle, arm triangle.
Yeah, arm triangle, yeah. And just found her arm.
Getting that Kimura with 8 seconds left. Like, it was so nice
to
not see so much stalling out of a woman's fight. And I'm not even a woman MMA hater. I'm not. But, like, a lot of the times in these championship fights, bro, it just gets washed. Because
sometimes she did do that a good amount in her career, but she really didn't do it this time. She finished Pena easily.
I think Kayla Harrison's debut was pretty much like a wrestle fuck for like the whole time.
Most of her fights were. I think her no, it wasn't her in the sphere. That was Shevchenko, I think. But they're very similar. I could imagine them like having a double champ type situation.
I'm a big Shevchenko fan, and I'm a huge Zhang Weili fan. Because I
like Zhang Weili. Yes,
out of all the women fighters, Zhang Weili is a finisher.
Yes,
she wants
absolutely.
to finish. So
absolutely, I'm
a big fan of that. But like this, we need women's MMA stars because like the people are gonna not call a women's MMA fight a piss break if they have good women's talent.
That's what I mean. Like Pena, first of all, is fine. Second of all, she is good, but 11-5 as a champion is kind of crazy if you think about it. It's a little nuts. So, like, you are right. Like, the talent is just a little dry right now, but you never know. It could get built up at some point. The Joker chick won.
Yeah.
They want to build her, you could tell, because she got a ranked match after she lost, so they want her to be
so
something.
She's definitely going to be ranked. So she's already in the mix, and, I mean, she'll realistically, with losing, getting a ranked fight, she's probably 2 wins away from like a top 3 fight.
Yes.
And then that will be her. Like, I don't think she'll have to fight a number 1 fighter. I think if she beats a top 3 fighter, she'll probably get a title fight. But it's true. Women's MMA is lacking a little bit. But Kayla Harrison's exciting. If she's finishing Juliana Pena.
If she's fighting like that, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. And I mean, I'm okay with her being champ. Like, I'm not like.
That's cool. Yeah,
and she that's gonna be a fight that's gonna pull me now because she's exciting. So when her next fight is, I'll be pretty excited for it.
Yeah.
And then Merab O'Malley, I can kind of let you take the reins more on this one because I missed it.
Yeah. So the thing that I felt like O'Malley needs to do is not let himself get pushed back the entire time because naturally he is a counter striker.
Yeah.
He is not really a volume guy. In my opinion, he really needed to be in this fight. And like, I think, like, the first 20 seconds of the fight, he pushed Merab back, and I thought that was great. But after that, he was on the back foot the rest of the fight.
Yeah.
And he did better. He stuffed basically all the takedowns in round 2. But you just can't have that strategy with Merab. You have to go for him, or else he's going to get you. Like, you need to match his energy, or else.
He's slowly building, like, this pretty heavy stardom. Because
Yeah,
obviously, like, you know, people are going to hate on Merab for sure.
I mean, he really wasn't stalling. Like, the past 2 fights, it really wasn't that bad. It was really just round 3 he was
Who was
stalling.
his last fight?
Umar, and he
Oh,
destroyed
yeah.
him.
Yeah, he whooped his ass.
Like, he redeemed himself in that thing for me, because instead of stalling, he would, like, take down Umar and just, like, point at him and laugh at him. Like, he was just making it a show.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Merab. He definitely wants to put on an entertaining fight. So, yeah, round 3 before the finish, he was stalling a little bit, but he went for the finish. So
The fact that he can fight a guy who's the caliber of Sean O'Malley and pretty much barely be out of breath. I know it was only less than 2 rounds.
yeah, he's a machine.
But, like, that's scary.
It is scary.
Even in their 5-round fight, I mean, he got tagged in the tummy pretty bad. But, like, he was moving around that whole fight. He's always just bouncing around.
His movement is really good. And
like,
for the most part, I would like to see the strikes, but I feel like you almost could say he outstruck O'Malley in that fight, because he would have blitzes where he would whale hooks.
Yeah.
But O'Malley was just so stiff and tall that...
Yeah. I kind of wish that Merab wasn't in the division. Or maybe I wish Merab was a little bit farther down the line for O'Malley, because O'Malley's first defense was against Cheeto, which was a good matchup. They're both strikers. I would have liked to see O'Malley go up, because he went up against Aljo, who's wrestle dominant, knocked him out, went up against Cheeto, dominated him all 5 rounds. I would have liked to see him go against, like, one more guy that's, like, not so, like, suffocating of a wrestler.
Because... Yeah, I agree. There's other people. I know that they're going to do Merab Sanhagen now. That's basically
I'm excited
confirmed.
for that, but
that
like
good.
Sanhagen is gonna probably get
it's gonna be the same thing.
Ragdolled a little bit.
And they could just do O'Malley vs. Cheeto 3. They could do the trilogy. I don't know what else.
Sanhagen is in his prime.
No, Sanhagen is probably the best that they got from Merab right now, but I still think it's not gonna be close.
I know it was a while ago, but when he knocked out fucking Frankie Edgar with that knee, just like out of nowhere.
Yep.
He's I'm excited. I'm a Sanhagen fan, so I'll definitely be rooting for Sanhagen in that fight. But I can't see it going his way. I know he fucked up Figgy pretty bad, and Figgy's good.
He did fuck up Figgy. That's why I mean, if it's not Sanhagen, I don't know who it's gonna be that's gonna stop Merab.
Merab's probably just gonna go up, but Aljo went up.
Yeah, they could have Pantoja move up, and then they could do that, or Merab could move up. I could see him doing that.
He's not gonna fight.
He could probably do both.
He's not gonna fight in the same div as Aljo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I know he won't fight Aljo.
Aljo went up, so he's not gonna go up. So he can he can pretty much just legacy fight for the most part. Because unless there's gonna be someone who has equal to his wrestling. Like, I thought Umar was our best chance, to be honest.
He got fucked.
And Umar got pieced up for...
I mean, maybe Pantoja can do something, but he's just small compared to...
Pantoja's really good, but Merab's huge compared to Pantoja.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think the same thing would happen, but it's probably the best person... It's probably the only person that's closest to beating him still is probably Pantoja.
I'm excited for that Cara France versus Pantoja fight.
Yeah.
Because in my heart of hearts, I want Cara France to finally snatch that title.
Yeah, I don't think he will, but I think it'll be a good fight.
Pantoja is in absolute peak. Like, he's nuts right now. He's, like, shredded out of his mind.
Yeah.
He's beating everybody. So, but I'm a Cara France fan. But he shocked people before. He beat Urseg when people were like, Urseg is really good. He kind of flatlined him a little bit. So
yeah, Cara France can get a knockout anytime. He's one of those fighters, so you never know.
It would just be nice, because then you'd have Volk, Cara France, and Adesanya, all 3 snatch and they train together. So
yeah, and they could. The real fight that needs to happen in that division is Cara France versus Manel Cap, because they have beef.
Oh yeah.
And if that would be a title fight, that would be cool.
That probably, don't bullshit with how Cap's fighting. He's probably 1 or 2 away. He's ranked, right?
If I bet if Cara France wins, they will give Cap the belt.
I mean,
I think he has a fight though.
They gave Roundtree it at 8, so you never know.
You never know.
But that was a good fight. He didn't disappoint.
That was a great fight. Bro. That was a great fight.
That pretty much covers 316. Overall thoughts on the event, I guess.
It was good.
To finish.
It was good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It wasn't anything special.
It was alright.
I think the Prats versus what's his name? Gary fight night was probably better than that.
Yeah,
to
that
be
was a really
honest.
good card, and
Was that a fight night or was that a?
yeah, it was a fight night.
So,
It was just a
banger
very good fight night. Yeah.
Overall though, not bad. It was fun. Got to see some new champ, and then I mean that guy, that Korean, I think, prospect who got that.
Yes, he got left hook
knockout.
Shama
I missed
knockout.
that.
Yeah,
That shit was so clean, bro. So that's exciting. I assume he'll be back within the next like 3 to 4 months. So
yeah, he said something about that. He said he want to fight right away.
he should. I mean, didn't get damaged at all.
No damage at all.
He's probably still in fight shape, gonna stay in fight shape. So definitely bring him back. They could build him up pretty fast. What division was that? Was that 45, 55?
What was it?
What division was that? 45, 55?
What fight again? Sorry.
The guy who 30-second knockout.
Oh, I actually don't know. I don't know. I just saw it after.
He just
I
looked a
missed
little bit big, so I think like 45, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, he was built. Yeah, so it could be a little bit heavier, but I don't know. He looked good though.
Yeah.
Like I ain't gonna complain about good striking.
Yeah,
we need violence right now.
That's how we like. The only bad part about those quick knockouts is the fact how they stretch the commercials out like crazy.
Yeah.
Bro. It's so insane. But yeah, so I think talk a little bit about what's been going on for these last, like, I don't know, I feel like I haven't posted like 2 months YouTube wise. I'm still active on Instagram. I'm pretty active there. I post like a couple times a week at the moment. I did take a good stretch away from just posting on social media and doing a lot of social media work. Try to switch up the gears and think of some new ideas to put out and new content to put out, which I'll get into in a little bit. But yeah, still post on Instagram. I'll have that down in the link below. I assume all of you who are watching this have come from there anyways. But yeah, so but hopefully getting back into posting these. Ryan's probably going to join us. Well, definitely going to join us again. Hopefully, get one of these out a week when I can. But anyways, yeah, so basically, I guess I'll kind of just start off with Cage Titans.
Okay.
I know you weren't at that event, but all I'm going to say about it is that it was probably one of the best cards I've ever been to. 14 fights, 12 knockouts / submissions.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
I think there was 2 submissions and then 2 decisions. Maybe 3. I don't know. But there was double-digit finishes. I believe there was like 9 in a row.
Damn.
So
no, that's great.
It was great. Shout out to Jack Cognan for fight of the night for sure. I mean, the place erupted when that knockout happened. You can see all this footage on Cage Titans. They kill it every single other month out in Plymouth. Shout out Hillary Rose, first ever Cage Titans Pro Women's Champion. Made some history.
Dub.
Great performance. Razor thin fight. It's crazy. The girl that she fought, I can't remember her name at the moment, but she was like 5-1, and she was like a -600 underdog. Like pretty. I mean, bettors were saying it was her title up for grabs.
Wow.
Sure. So but yeah, she stormed right out of the cage as soon as the decision happened. It was crazy. Security had to like bring her back and shit.
Wow.
So I thought that was pretty funny. Shout out, I believe his name's Ryan Genius.
That's a good name. That's a great name.
But he got made his amateur debut and got a question mark kick knockout. So clean. He's gonna be a killer. Josiah Fry fought 2 MMA fights within like 4 days and won 2 titles. So
that's some real shit.
He's dirty. 3-time NCAA wrestling champion out of Johnson, Wales. So a lot of stars popped out. A lot of good fights got teased. Great performances. It was a really fun event. I'm definitely going to be posting that footage soon. Been slacking on it because not really sure what I want to do with it yet. But definitely going to be putting some of the stuff I filmed out. And definitely going to be at more events in the future. Got next one July 19th. So hoping I can do a little vlog type of thing and maybe even have Ryan join us as a +1. Have his.
I need to go to one. Yeah. For sure.
But he hasn't hit a Cage Titans event yet, so I need to definitely need to bring you to one. But overall, fantastic event. Excited for the next one. Great fights, great fighters. Also, fucking shout out Andrew Valdina, new bantamweight champion. Deserved it. 7-0 now. Had him on the podcast a couple months back. awesome dude. He killed it. It's completely patient and disciplined fight, and that was really cool to watch. So congrats to Andrew, obviously. And I'll just kind of try to slide out of that since you weren't at that event, so I don't want to bore you. Right. But yeah, I guess let's talk a little bit about our plans going forward with our channels and kind of what we're looking at fight wise and that type of stuff. So I'll first of all just give the people, because I give you kind of a weak intro, give the people a little bit about what you do on your channel.
Yeah, so I cover influencer boxing, pro boxing, and MMA. So, well, mainly UFC. We'll see if I end up covering other promotions one day. But I try to spread out the topics a good amount. I originally started it for just Misfits, but obviously I wouldn't have that much content if I just did one thing. So I've been covering everything. It's been fun. We're at 209 strong right now, subs. So
let's go.
We're kicking it. Let's go. The plan is just keep going. I upload 3 and 4 times a week. I'm just going to keep riding it until it's a full-time job.
Oh, yeah.
Whether I have to work full-time during it or not, I don't really care. Fight-wise, I think it would be very fun. I definitely would want it to be a big deal, my first fight. I would want it to be a spectacle, the press conference, all that.
Yeah.
The opportunities that I could currently take right now, because the people that I met on Twitter Spaces, it's cool, but it's not as professional. They don't really have press conferences. They have face-to-faces. They try, but they're just like 2 people doing their best. I respect all of them, though. They basically fight for free. Yeah. That's another thing, too. I would want a purse if I'm fighting. Yeah. Because I would want to go all in on the training camp because they're not that committed. So I have confidence I would do all right there, but I don't know. Misfits, if they call, I would absolutely do it.
Definitely.
I want to take out a streamer or something. A lot of them are my size,
Yeah, give me some names. Come on, let's go. Put it on the cast.
Yeah. Jason from FaZe.
Okay.
Ron from FaZe. I think he's a size 2.
Oh my god.
Jack Doherty, but I think he'll be a little too big. I don't think he'll fight anybody unless it's like a big name. Neon is a bitch. He probably won't fight. Those are the names I really could think of because there's not really a lot of people my size that are influencers that I know of. Maybe somebody will pop up in the meantime. Yeah. But I think Jason from FaZe would be the one that I would really want. I think that would be cool. Yeah, I think it's the most realistic, and the most would probably be like Jack or Neon because they're like scumbags. I don't think like
take it easy.
They are though. But Jason, he's alright. He just does some cringe shit online. He's not a scumbag, so yeah, it's just something fun. But how about you?
Well, I got a couple questions to ask about that, obviously. I feel like we talked about this before, but I just need to like refresh my memory.
Yeah.
Would you like to? I mean, I guess not. Would you like? But let's say the opportunity comes where you can. It's not Misfits. It's a smaller promotion, kind of involved with Misfits in a way. Like all of them kind of are.
Right.
There's
a few.
Gives you a little press conference, face-offs, gives you the whole kind of professional thing. Even if the purse isn't anything crazy, like, would you want to just take that for the experience?
I just want something that excites me. That's genuinely what I want. I would want it to be a show. That's like the main thing. Like even with like sports, even though it was like small venues like Vogue and like basketball, DYAA, I really had enjoyment with like getting a reaction and everything, and I would almost get like a little bit more hyped up and play better after those type of things. So I could just imagine myself like striving that environment, and it would just be fun. I just think it would be fun. That's like the main thing.
I think you definitely should, because your content already is like entertaining to watch. It's fun. It's informational. Obviously, it's I would say for anyone who isn't heavy on MMA and are trying to get into it and understand it as easily as possible, go to this channel.
I appreciate it. That's a good way to put it.
That it's just like, if you try to hear someone who's like a crazy like MMA person who knows every guy, their weight class, where they went to freaking college, like that, you can kind of get lost and kind of just get bored by it.
Yeah, a little too much yapping. A little too much. I maintain my yapping to the most part.
You keep it simple. The fighters and fights that you should watch, and like it's always good. Definitely parlay his picks. They usually
No.
hit.
No. I don't want that responsibility. Not till I get paid to have you parlay my picks. Then do it.
Bro.
So I get a code. I want you to gamble all the time.
He's a predictions fucking channel, bro. DraftKings. You gotta hit him up, bro. These picks are gonna be insane.
No, for real.
The DraftKings ad would go crazy.
No, I know. I need that.
But yeah, so I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think it would be cool to see you do like road to the ring type of thing, like see your progress and like all that. So
yeah, I could get impatient at some point and take something. You never know.
Yeah,
I just have confidence in the longevity because how like the entire point where I'm just gonna keep going. Yeah. So I think I'll get to a point like if I'm making full-time money, then I get a Misfits fight. I'll have more leverage.
Yeah.
In negotiations because the way Misfits work sometimes they feed you to somebody that you shouldn't be in there with.
Yeah.
That's not great momentum for your name or anything like that. I know how they would do me if I would fight right now. That's just real. I need leverage, so I just know I need to build myself a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, regardless. I mean, I feel like if they gave you a tough fight, like say you had like more subs and stuff like that, you know, more pull, and they gave you either a tough fight or they fed you, regardless, it would be just insane. Like
it would be surreal.
And if it's Misfits or not, if you get an offer, I would, bro, you should take that shit. It would be fun to watch.
Well, because that's one of those things. Like if I actually had an offer in front of me, that would be one thing. But
yeah,
the thing
like
is,
seeing the offer would be. I feel like it would.
The thing is, the thing that I was talking about is called Breakout Boxing.
Yeah.
One of the people that runs it is actually from Massachusetts. They've had 3 events here.
Oh, word.
So, they say New Bedford, and all of a sudden I can sell tickets to people.
True. You get pull. Yeah.
I would do that 1,000,000%. Because if I was main event or something like that, that's exciting. And it would be all the people around here. Absolutely. I would do that 1,000,000%.
For sure.
Again, that's a little bit of leverage I haven't really talked to them about it, so I don't know how open they would be to put a whole event around me yet. But
I feel like
I'm making the connections. So
you throw out, as soon as you start throwing out training footage and that type of stuff, also that can fall into whoever's hands.
Absolutely.
So whatever. But yeah, fight wise for me, I've been training for just about 2 months now.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly just strength and conditioning. I'm mixing up some fight stuff a couple times a week right now, but more building endurance, strength, kind of building those muscles that I need to have. I plan to fight Muay Thai, potentially kickboxing. I want to kick. I need to kick.
Yeah, you can need the kicks in there.
I don't need to wrestle. I don't want to wrestle. I don't want to do jiu-jitsu. So MMA is kind of out of my realm. I've never been anybody who enjoyed doing jiu-jitsu or wrestling. I think it's fun to like wrestle with your boys, like, you know, try to tap each other out from time to time. Yeah. But that's about as far as I want to go. Yeah, I just never had an interest in it. And I've been into UFC forever. That's kind of like the first like MMA shit I was into. And I appreciate when it's done and done well, but I don't want to be the one doing it or it being done to. So I'm just going to stick with stand-up combat sports. I'm hoping to have a legit amateur Muay Thai or kickboxing fight by next May, so 2026. I feel like that will give me enough time to, get diet, get cardio, get striking, get IQ on just like the whole sport. Just like I don't want to rush it at all because it's something I'm really looking forward to, but I don't want to fuck up the moment because I rush it too much.
Right.
That being said, I do plan on fighting this year at a kind of like amateur, like it's not like it's headgear, shin pads, elbow pads if it's Muay Thai. It's kind of like to get my feet wet, get that kind of experience in the ring, cage, whatever it is. There's going to be a crowd there, so I'll kind of get that experience. Like I'm not sure if there's like walkout music or anything like that, but I'll get to experience fighting in front of a crowd, and getting hit in the face a couple times. Kind of like win-lose, whether I win, get brutally knocked out. It's kind of like just it's 2-minute rounds, 3 rounds, something like that. So it's just like I know that's gonna feel a lot longer when I'm actually doing it than what it sounds like. But yeah, I think it's a good thing. I'm gonna try to get one of those in hopefully by the end of the year. Right, I think I would be probably set for that around like November, December.
I say it's a good amount of time for you to get ready for an amateur fight.
I'm feeling good after like doing it for the last couple months. I'm feeling like a little bit stronger, more confident, learning little things, still making a bunch of mistakes, but
normal.
It's definitely normal. It's gonna be sparrings pretty soon, which I'm excited about.
That's fun.
Because I'll just kind of get to experience like I used to do non-combat sparring in my martial art when I was younger. But obviously, kid, I was young, like 10, 11 years old. So I'm excited to kind of just like get touched up a little bit, throw some punches, kind of just rather than just hitting pads.
Yeah.
So the journey's been going good so far. I haven't posted too much about it because I've just been kind of collecting content and just not knowing what to do with it. But I plan to put out just weekly content about my progress training, whether it's diet stuff, training, whether MMA or, strength and conditioning. But, I want to fight this year, like a basic amateur headgear fight. And then, hopefully I want to fight for Cage Titans / Ring Titans next May. That's like the that's like the top of the mountain.
Yeah, we like that. Now. We like that.
And so if we can hit that, we'll hit that. I'd love to collect a strap. That's like kind of like another thing. I want to like kind of fight. Like I don't know if I'll ever go pro in any combat sport. Cause like I'm not like it's not something I want to do like crazy in. Like I want to consistently train every week and consistently post content about it every week. But I don't know how insane I want to put myself fight. Like I don't know if I want to fight 4 times a year, like that type of thing. But if I can fight amateur fights like throughout my life until I hit like I don't know like 35 or something like that.
That's cool.
That would just be fun, have all the fellas pop out.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Have some fights, have some fun. But yeah, I'd love to make it to Cage Titans. I'd love to win a belt, whether it's with Cage Titans or with another promotion. Which, you never know what can happen. But, yeah, the goal is kind of just to get that fight with Cage Titans and, get a belt along the way somewhere there.
Yeah, but, and it's good. It's good insight for both of us to train.
Yeah, for sure.
You with the podcast with the fighters, you'll have more insight. Me with my channel.
Yeah.
Especially, since I'm only boxing, you will only be limited. But especially boxing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just overall good. Like, besides getting hit in the head, there's nothing wrong with it. It's the best form of exercise.
The thing that, like, it's a thing, getting hit hasn't been a thing I've really been thinking about at all, really that much. Because, like, I'm not saying the worst thing that can, because obviously the worst thing you got can be to fucking die.
Yeah.
But, like the worst thing that could happen is I just go night-nights. Yeah. And then I wake up and I'm like, where am I at? And I'm either in the hospital or on the canvas. As long as I don't get like
we're breathing,
we're
good.
I think I'm gonna be all right.
That's fine.
So, but yeah, like I said, this is something that we've talked about for years. I'd say ever since Misfits became a thing, ever since I kind of found out about Cage Titans, it's kind of been something we've talked about and never pursued. And it's fun to see that it's kind of all coming to now.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I'm hoping to just keep on putting out some more podcasts for you guys, some more fight content. We're definitely going to be training together, so we'll be able to put out some fun, maybe some little reels, some YouTube shorts for you guys, show us what we're doing out here. So, anything you want to say? Because I think that was a pretty good one.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
All right, so promote anything you want to do right now.
Just go sub Ryan X Royalty on YouTube. I should be Ryan X Royalty on everything else, I believe, besides Twitter. But who cares about Twitter? Honestly, I'm over it at this point. I just promote my videos and that's it on there. I don't be tweeting. But yeah, that's it.
Word. Obviously DreamrzPOV on everything. I'm hoping to put this out pretty soon. Be back in the podcasting realm. I'd like to get out once a week because I just love getting behind these mics. It's always fun just chopping it up about what's been going on, what's going to happen, planning for the future. So I really hope to keep on putting these out. And, thanks everyone for their support. I always been receiving a lot of good messages about my podcast. Some people have even texted me like, "Where's the next podcast at?" I hear you. I'm gonna put this one out. Hoping to have some guests on soon to put out some more stories. But we got some fun stuff coming, so I'm excited. And all right, yeah, let's finish it off there.
Yes, sir. Deuces.
Peace out, everybody. That was fire.